All right, should be up and running here. Should be able to hear me, should be able to see charts. Let's go ahead and get started. Good afternoon, this is Ifan from the Strategic Day Trader, and this is your market wrap for May 27th, 2022. Q's up another 2.8%, SPY up just shy of 2.1% right now, and IWM up 2.4%. We came into today, for me, it was a neutral bias. Now, we were bullish yesterday, and we got that nice run up. I thought we might get a pause today, but market bullishness continuing here. Okay, so 3 green bars up in a row now. All right, on the daily chart here, on the Q, SPY, and IWM. Okay, so continuation. So where does that leave us going into Tuesday? Just a reminder, Monday is a holiday, so we won't have any, market will be closed on Monday. All right. We still have the same kind of situation that we had really going into today, is that we've had a run up and then we've run up into resistance. But what we've seen is that a little bit more momentum to the upside, right? Enough to really start to anticipate the longer term. Now, you can see the daily here trying to break the downtrend, all right, but not quite in an uptrend yet. The weekly is doing something unique here, which is trying to create a pivot here, which we have not seen it be able to do since March. Okay, now of course you don't get a lot of weekly bars, which is what makes this all the more impressive on the way down. It's just red, 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 red. Basically lower low after lower low on the weekly. Okay. And so we're finally breaking a previous bar's high now on the weekly. So weekly starting to change. So with the move that we've had, we can start to talk a little bit more about, okay, what does this do to the long-term trend? Okay. So impressive move today. You know, I'll be the first to admit, definitely outperformed what I expected from the Qs and SPY, although I wasn't bearish, although, you know, we were just turned bullish the day before, but I thought today was going to be a little bit more of a rest day. I thought I had more resistance to deal with. Now, we learned pretty early on, though, that this was going to be a bullish day, because look at the way that we started off, right? Wide range bars in the move up. A lot of momentum, no pullback really. That tells you this market's moving up in a hurry. And we saw that yesterday too. Okay, so if you perhaps, you know, learned a lesson yesterday about not to short grinds like this, because they're hard to come in, and when they do come in, they don't come in very much, then you probably learned your lesson for today, or learned the lesson and stayed out of trouble today, you know. So we did have pretty big move to start the day again, right? And then, you know, kind of just kept chugging along for the rest of the day. So as we're going to close up here near the highs, okay? So going into Tuesday, going to be a little bit more bullish, but I'm still expecting a pullback, okay? Bullish on a pullback, okay? Maybe we base for a bit. That would be fine. We could set up that way and do a breakout. But we've had a pretty decent run up now. Okay, we're a little bit extended. Okay, so I do think we'll get a little bit of a pullback, but you know, it's this trend change is not something that you want to be saying, okay, I'm going to try to pick the top. Okay? All right. So it took a little bit of an adjustment on my part too, because, you know, once we got that run up and I was expecting a little bit more sideways day to kind of find things to play here throughout the day. So really nice plays from Sammy on the ACB as it was transitioning here. We talked about a couple days ago when we talked about kind of the scalp conditions, right? When can we look for scalps for the intraday transition? I said when the market's running up hard, okay, which is what we had today, which is what I had yesterday, right? And so these make for better scalps. They're a lot harder as just like chart plays, okay, but they make for decent scalps. So you can see here, even though the ACB, right, really, really weak, it had a nice move up, where's it going to close? More towards the bottom. So that tells you it's very hard to get a really nice deep run up after something has stayed as weak as this on a professional gap down, on a pretty good professional gap down. Okay, so they're okay for scalps, a little bit harder to play as intraday transitions and then expect the trend to actually turn into an uptrend. Okay, which is why I was saying, in a really bullish market, these are okay. All right, you might have played the flip with me this morning on the CGC, saw the volume come in after the breakdown, so that was okay. Round back up into the 20 MA. I think it went a little bit further even. Yeah, but I was already out at that point. So just on that flip, level 2 looked decent. It was a little bit stacked on the offer, then once it broke the offer, it moved up smoothly enough on the CGC. Sammy had, like I said, the plays on the ACB as that was putting in a nice tight base. Okay, transition. So I thought scalps were harder today. That doesn't mean that was the case for everyone, but we also played this wish at the end of the day. Started the position at 74, then kind of broke and then added to it, and then finally got a little bit of follow through there to the end of the day. It is going to close up here at the highs, but I got out of it as soon as it broke, and then it looked like it was going to flip because the bid got weak. Okay, so it's out of it at 76. So yeah, that was the wish. But overall, I thought, today a lot of kind of back and forth, a lot of things kind of chop, would give a penny, or this other one would take a penny. So I thought today a little bit more challenging today, but overall still an okay day. Just the main takeaway here is just the kind of nice follow through on the trend change on the Qs and SPY here. Qs SPY starting to challenge now that daily downtrend, right? Already broke it, and then also on the weekly and the monthly. All right, so gonna finish up here. SPY up 2.4. Yeah, did some work there right at the end, and Q's up 3.26. Okay, so again, holiday on Monday, and we'll be back at it on Tuesday. Talk to you then.